Good evening, everybody. It's June 18th, Monday, 2012. I said the date in a weird order. But you know what? That's just fine. It's been way too long, hasn't it? Yeah, well, there's been a lot of shit going on in my life. I haven't had time to do much of anything fun. But I finally found a little bit of time tonight to do something somewhat fun. So what the hell? Formspring questions. Got 102 of them. Looks like I did this about a month ago. First few in a row from EZ Cyberpup. Who's that Pokemon? Let me check. Oh, it's Jolteon. Rather unfortunate. Have you ever thought of coming clean about your rapey past? Well, that's the thing. I have come clean about my rapey past. I guess you missed it. Sorry, dude. Pay attention. Did you read the comments on your last video about my theory and answer to 2 of my questions? Yes, I did. Very interesting theory. What did you think about my responses to those questions? I think I actually responded to them in the video, so yeah. Were you dropped on your head as a baby or hit with a mallet? Trick question. I was hit... A mallet was hit with me. I was used as a mallet to hit a mallet. If I told you the New England Patriots suck, your response would be? There would be no response. Not a sports fan. What are your thoughts about the Red Sox being so deep in the division this late in the year? I don't even know what that means. Are you going to... Or do you play Diablo 3? I don't play it now. Might play it in the future. Who knows? If so, want to play sometime? Sure. Why am I bored? I don't know why you're bored. Find something to be not bored about. Goodbye for now. Remember, your past will get you. Past is just water under the bridge, but if that water gets too deep, it can indeed drown you. And Anonymous User asks, do you play any MMORPGs, and if yes, what games are they, or better yet, what in-game name you use? I currently do not play any MMORPGs. I've played several in the past, though, but not anymore. Kovu88 asks 2 questions in a row. What's your favorite Sonic game from each decade? From the 90s, I guess, would be Sonic 3 and Knuckles. From the 2000s would be Suck My Dick. And from this decade would be Sonic Generations. If you were offered a job on Futurama, and you could add another person, who would you have to go with, and what would you 2 play as? Actually, I would turn that job down. Not my cup of tea. Snorlag asks a couple of questions in a row. Hey, Doc, I know I showed you this picture before, but did you know that the pony is supposed to be me as a pony? I did not know that. I can see that. And then Snorlag asks another picture he wants me to look at here. Let me see. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Oh yeah, Fireforge, the male pony. You've showed me that before. It's a very cool picture. Zigbar31 asks, I don't understand Twitter ebook accounts. Help. I'm going to assume you're serious, so let's get this started at the very beginning. That's a very good place to start. Originally, there was this account called Horse eBooks, and it was basically a spam account designed to sell ebooks related to horses. In order to get past Twitter's spam filters, it would occasionally tweet random sentences, which it pulled out from the very books it was trying to sell. But the thing is, the random sentences that it tweeted would just, a lot of the time, would be so unbelievably retarded that it just became fascinating to watch. And then people started making parody accounts of it, and then more parody accounts, and more and more and more, and that's basically it. Olympic asks a bunch of questions in a row. Hello, Mr. Sigma. Remember when you went to Bunny Heaven? Yeah, you do. Well, it was all shits and giggles until 3 months later, when Bunny God sodomized you and told you that you had to get sodomized every day you'd go to Bunny Hell. Will you continue? Oh, hell yeah. Not only do I get to stay in Bunny Heaven, but I get to be sodomized. Oh, yeah. Continuation from last question. Oh, okay, that's actually the same question. Does ass plus ass minus shit equal clean ass? No, I think that is an untrue tautology. I'll have to test it someday, though. How's your lolly doing? I just adopted mine. Her name is Mio. She's so cute. Oh, I'd love to see her sometime and feed her some mashed potatoes. My lolly's doing great. She's been kind of quiet lately. I mean, even though I'm going to go ahead and say she doesn't age, she technically is going to be 13 soon, so maybe she's going through an emo phase. I don't know. Here's the scenario. You are stuck on an island with 3 people and 2 things. The people are Snooky, Nether, and Misty from Pokemon. The things are a .44 Magnum and 3 bullets. You have to choose which things to take and one person, including Snooki. Which do? Oh, dear. Fuck? I have to choose one person from that list, but one of the people has to... I take Snooki and the gun and shoot Snooki. There you go. The Tattooed Yoshi asks, I just came up with a new idea for a TV show that is a semi-Doctor Who parody. It's called American Time Lord. It's about a Time Lord who is related to the Doctor that uses an old Pac-Man arcade machine as his TARDIS. You like? Yeah, I definitely like the idea of that. That sounds like it could be fun. Especially if he hides out inside it and takes his pants out and sticks his cock where the joystick should be and you hear him go with that, never mind. Is there such a thing as a stupid question? No, there are no stupid questions, only stupid people. What would you do for a pony Klondike bar? Well, that depends. If it's the kind of Klondike bar that ponies like, then it might be vegan, and it might, not have real chocolate or real ice cream, and it might taste like crap. So, not much. If, on the other hand, it's a Klondike bar made out of ponies, then that's just fucking disgusting, dude, and I'd do even less for it. I now have a Skype account. What time are you available for chat on weekends? I'm usually available around 12 p.m. PST. Here's the thing. I don't just get on Skype to chat. I only get on it, to talk to somebody when I've arranged ahead of time. See, I don't like instant messaging. I don't like, just randomly getting on Skype. I only like it when, I can be in control of the conversation and I can chat when I choose to. That's why I like Twitter so much. And why I hate it if people say, did you get my tweet? Did you get my tweet? Those are just people who don't understand how Twitter works. Oh well. Now we got a few in a row from Madaruad, whom I met in real life. Hey, dude. That unfortunate moment when your social feed stops updating. Oh, God, the boredom! My social feed never stops updating. Probably due to the fact that I follow 400 people. Why aren't you guys asking more questions? I mean, really, you guys are boring followers. I haven't asked a question on Formspring in ages. Maybe I'll do that again sometime. Hey, do you think I need new shoes? And I remember you actually showed me your shoes in real life. They're bloody fantastic. You could, it looks like they're talking, like the front of it opens and closes. Ha 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 ha. Oh, Kaga. Kaga showed up out here. Kaga asks, butts? Well, yes, Kaga, we know you like big butts and you cannot lie, and you other Kagas can't deny. Okay, bunch in a row from Pacifist. Anyone know what happened to Binary? The dude who did hacks for you sometimes. I have no idea. He seemed to have vanished off the face of the planet. Did you get the new Call of Duty map packs? My favorite is Black Box. I don't play Call of Duty. Anything interesting happened to you since last Formspring Q&A session? Lots of stuff happened, and it would probably be considered interesting, but it's mostly real-life stuff. And oh, yeah! I guess since last time I've been to Fanime, I went out to San Jose and hung up with Tatsudoshi and the Spam crew. That was a lot of fun, but other than that, not much fun. Do you have a Facebook page yet, or a channel page for Facebook, a separate Facebook page just for your channel? And if not, question mark. I do have a Facebook page. I generally don't give out the URL, but if you know me well enough to say that you know me personally, you can probably figure out what my Facebook page is and send me a request. And if I actually recognize you, then I will accept it. But it's not just for fans or whatever. I should make a fan page. Why the hell not? And Anonymous User asks, I know this sucks, but do you think you can say your famous line? And Anonymous User asks, please? You silly, I just did, but what the hell, you can use this for your ringtone or something. 3, 2, 1. And Anonymous User asks, and there you go. Now we got some more questions from Pacifist. Do you own a PSP or PSP Vita? If not, do you ever plan on getting one? I do plan on getting both, actually. Once the Vita has been out for a while, I plan on getting it, probably at the first or second price drop. And around that same time, there'll probably be yet another price drop for old PSPs. The idea being I can get an old first-generation PSP and, just get it cracked so that I can use it as a wonderful machine for portable emulation. Are you into huge open-world games like Skyrim or Fallout, and do you ever play MMORPGs in your spare time? No, I'm not into huge open-world games. No. The only one I ever played to the completion of the storyline was, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. Many others I've started, but I don't know, they're just not my thing. I'm not saying they're bad, I'm not saying they suck, I'm not saying the people who like them suck or that they're wrong. It's just not my thing. So, what games have you been playing these days? Sadly, not many. There's been very little time for games in my life. The only time I really have been free has been when I'm, like, on my commute back and forth from work. And I haven't been bringing my DS with me, so I'm limited to my iPhone. I've been playing some puzzle games on there. One's called 100 Floors, and the other one's called Doors. It's the word doors with an extra O in it. They're like escape the room type puzzle games. I've completed both of those, but 100 Floors is only up to 80 floors. We're still waiting for them to release the last 20. And I've actually been replaying the first Phoenix Wright game, which is available for the iPhone. Yeah, and it's very slick. It's a very nice conversion. So, what's your next big LP plans? Well, a couple, actually. I actually have some... Back in my stream days, I have a couple of LPs that I have recorded that I just need to edit and upload. And other than that, my next big LP is going to be Shining Force for the Genesis. I just need to get to work on all that stuff. I know you're not really taking requests, but you think you can do Deja Vu. I really enjoyed Shadowgate and Uninvited. There you go. That's actually... You prompted my memory. I plan on doing both Deja Vu and Uninvited as LP quickies. Because like Shadowgate, I can beat those games, in one sit-through without dying and without cheating. But it doesn't impress people as much as Shadowgate does. I think that the reason Shadowgate impresses people more is because it's a more well-known game, and the puzzles make a bit less sense. Like, Deja Vu and Uninvited, particularly Deja Vu, the puzzles actually make sense. You can really figure out the game using just pure logic instead of just throwing shit at shit and seeing what shit shits. Doesn't it suck how Formspring got rid of the picture thingy option when asking people questions? I didn't notice that they did, because I don't ask questions. This is to follow my last question. It appears you have to ask the person on page to add photos, and also since this isn't technically a question, do you like picture of a picture of a picture of a picture of a picture? Yes, I do. And the last one from Pacifist. Can I have lollies? Of course you can have lollies. Everyone can have lollies. Everyone can have lollies. Yes, yes, yes. Sean Dash asks, do you use sex often? Yes, but not as often as I'd like. Olympic asks 2 in a row. Well, we meet again, Mr. Sigma. How are you doing in that special part of hell I sent you to? Not so good, ain't it? Well, that's what they put you through, you damn bastard. Oh, by the way, I lost my fucking keys. Did you steal them, you horny Easter bunny? Okay, here's the thing. I did steal your keys, but unfortunately I ate them. And even more unfortunately for you, I digested them. The Easter Bunny told me Moon Man raped you. Is that true? No, that's not true at all. It was completely consensual. Chibi Mimichi asks, what is it you are most afraid of? This is going to sound stupid or cliche or something, but I figured out that the thing I'm most afraid of is I have a fear of being afraid of something. Allow me to explain. Like, if I'm going to be in a situation where something unknown is going to be happening, I will be afraid that when I'm in that situation, I'm going to be afraid of it. For example, when I was going out to Fanime recently, even though I've flown dozens of times, maybe hundreds of times, I don't know, dozens of times, as my flight was getting closer, I realized that I was afraid that I was going to be afraid of flying when I got on the plane. Now, I actually wasn't afraid of flying at all, but in the time leading up to it, I was afraid that I would be afraid of it. And likewise, if I know I'm going to be walking across a bridge soon, I become afraid that my fear of bridges will kick in, and that I'll be afraid of the bridge. Does that make sense? I hope it does. And an anonymous user asks, when did you become the Master of Sodomy? Well, it was when I got my Master of Sodomy degree from Northeastern University, which was about 2 years of study after I completed my Bachelor of Science in Sodomy. Madaruad asks, have you ever loved something or someone you knew you could never be with, yet continued to do so in the hopes that one day you might be together? Have you ever deluded yourself to think that something immaterial was real just to give your heart relief? Yes, I have. And I think anyone who says otherwise is probably lying to themselves. 2 in a row from the 5th Snow. How hard would you laugh if at Fanime someone pointed at Tatsu and screamed, "Oh my god, it's Tatsudoshi!" and he was mobbed by hundreds of fangirls? Well, I would be laughing pretty loud, but hopefully I would be able to control my laughter long enough to take a nice video of it and post it on YouTube. Oh yeah. Corn walks in. I have nipples of the future. Look into them and I'll show you what lies ahead of you. Do you look into his corn husk nipples or let sleeping dogs lie? Well, as if I needed another reason to look at his nipples. Of course I do. Jeez, that's like dozens of reasons now. An anonymous user asks, how would you rate the last question from 0 to 10? 0 meaning no better than random chance, and 1 meaning the question solved all hunger problems in the world. What? Hunger. In that case, that means that 2 would be like a perfect question, and 10 would be God or something, so 25. Yeah, there we go. 2 in a row from Courtesy. I asked the question before, by the way. How would you rate the game Miley Cyrus Dance Dance from 0 to 10? Negative 17. Was your answer to the last question? I've never played that game. Sorry, no. That wasn't my answer to that last question. I have never played the game, but I've seen a video review of it. Oh, shit. No, I didn't. I saw a video review of the Miley Cyrus Guitar Hero game. And that's the one I would rate negative 17. So the Miley Cyrus Dance game, I'd have to say I never played it, I'm unfamiliar with it, and didn't know it existed. Madaruad asks, alright, I might be considering actually getting a tattoo. What should I get if I do go and get one? A potato on your left ankle. James Voltaire asks, so I love corn, and Spazzy is fun too, but Tatsu on YouTube seems like a huge douche and an asshole. How is he in real life? Huge douche and asshole? No. He is awesome in real life. You have to realize that when he's being, it sounds like he's being a douche and an asshole, he's being a douche and an asshole towards things that deserve it. If that makes any sense at all. But yeah, in real life, he's fucking awesome. One of the smartest guys I know. 3 in a row from Madaruad. You know, it always surprises me how physically exhausting making digital art is. I've also realized how hungry I am. What should I draw and what should I eat? You should draw a pony, and you should eat a BLT. I need a sip of water here. After eating a bunch of salami and my hands are all oily and slick along with my mouth, I just wondered if salami is oil flammable. I then wondered if I could light the inside of my mouth on fire. Not a question, sorry. I was going to ask you guys something, but I forgot. Just as soon as I opened Formspring. Great. Instead, have this. Do you find me attractive? Are my damn good looks comparable to that of Adonis? Well, I'm not familiar with this Adonis of whom you speak, but yes, you are quite attractive. The Fifth Snow asks, you have a lightsaber, a Harry Potter wand, a Pokeball, and a Green Lantern ring in front of you. You could only pick one before the other 3 vanish. Which do you choose? If you pick the Pokeball, Pokemon magically appear all over the world. Whoa, in that case I pick the Pokeball because now I'm living in a Pokemon world. And that means that eventually, you know, Pokeball technology will be invented and I'll be living in Pokemon world. Oh, yeah. Oh, my dinner is repeating on me. I apologize. An anonymous user asks, would you like to eat some salsa cookies? Windmill cookies. Oh no, I better not eat those. They'll give me gonorrhea. Jeez. 2 in a row from Madaruad. I don't know why, but I really like Don't Funk With My Heart. Is there any song out there that you feel you shouldn't like but still do anyway? Yes. I do have a guilty pleasure song. What the fuck is it called? I can't think of the name of it. If I remember it later, I'll try to remember. Also, now I suddenly have 16 followers, so thank you guys so much. Aw, you're welcome, Madaruad. Okay, a bunch in a row from Lord Franza. If you could be a lolly, what kind of lolly would you be? I would be a tiny little lolly with blonde pigtails. A monkey asks you for some cash. Do you give the cash to the monkey and be the leader of chimps in space? Or be selfish and go on with your normal life? Fuck normal life. I'd give him the monkey. Monkey. Yeah. Poo. I give the money, Fuck, I can't talk. I give money to the monkey, and I become the leader of the chimps in space. All the lollies are gone in the world. Is it time to make more lollipops? Well, first of all, it's sad that all the lollies are gone. Sniff, sniff. But it's always time to make more lollipops. What was the funniest, to you, picture you have ever taken? Oh, dear. Probably... Wait, I didn't show this to anyone, except maybe Spassy. When we were waiting in line at Fanime, this exceptionally large girl in a Sailor Moon costume laid down on the ground and passed out, and like her ass was hanging out of her costume, and I discreetly took a picture of that. Ha ha ha. What is your happy place like? Just a big fluffy bed where I can sleep and sleep and sleep. And have access to an iPhone. Yeah. Are you grammar Nazi? No. I used to be a grammar Nazi, but not anymore. It has to be really atrocious grammar for it to piss me off. You suddenly wake up in a place of fire and brimstone. Is this hell? No, because hell has no lollies. What do you do in this place of fire and brimstone? Well, since you said it's not hell because hell has no lollies, I assume there are lollies here, so I play with the lollies and brush their hair. Last question. Tell me, do you feel lucky? Yes. Trilliar asks, I notice on Twitter you respond to me almost as much to Tatsu and hardly anyone else. Why is that? Are we the only ones that make bird-like warbling at you? Well, that's not entirely true. I respond to a lot of people, but you won't notice my responses to other people unless you're also following them. The only way you see my response to someone is either A, it's you, B, you're following both me and that person, or C, you go directly to twitter.com/DocSigma and just look at my whole feed. But yeah, I generally reply to almost any tweet, almost to the point of ridiculousness. Okay, bunch in a row from Madaruad. Just once can I hear you say... Okay, the answer is yes, so I'll say it. Oh, you. Of course you can. You know, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Hugging you is like hugging a mountain of happy. How did you get like that? Did you consume great amounts of Care Bear essence? Is it odd that I'm hearing your voice in my head as I type this out? No, that's not odd at all, and... I don't know, I'm just a happy person, and I love hugging people, as long as those people are huggers and don't mind it, and stuff. You know I've said it... Oh, that's not, I already did that one. If I gave you 3 muffins and gave Tatsu 6, and he had 3 less than double the amount of muffins you now have to start with, would I still love you this much? Oh! I was already working out the math in my head, but yes, you would, I think. Hey, I wanted to get your opinion on something. Is sodomy the best thing, or is there anything that makes you giggle more? Personally, coconut-flavored sodomy makes me giggle more, but that's just me. See, that's the thing. It's like, you know, sodomy is a word that I love to use because it tends to, like, push people's buttons one way or another. Like, and if it makes a person laugh, then I already know that we're on the same page length. But coconut-flavored sodomy does sound hilarious. And awesome. Gives you 3 more lollies. So, what's the lolly count up to now? 187. Awesome. Could you ask this question with an Irish accent? To answer your question, apparently no. Yeah, I suck at accents. Then again, strawberry-flavored sodomy is also pretty good. Oh, that reminds me, do you like strawberries or strawberry-flavored tasties? Oh god, I love strawberry-flavored anything. Feel sorry for my mother, though. She's allergic to strawberries. They make her break out in hives. And interestingly, the hives look like strawberries. If there were any sweet that you held in regard higher than all the rest, what would it be? Haichu, definitely. You know, that Japanese chewy candy. Kind of like the old 80s American candy Bonkers, except usually only one flavor instead of 2. Although sometimes they're dual-flavored. Goo Goo Gajoob? Yes, I am the walrus Goo Goo Gajoob. Wait a sec, Dolan, are you trying to cheat me again? Gooby, please. Alright, last question. Last time for me to hear that tall smoothness that is your voice. Let's make it count. If we had the same amount of lollies, which is twice than thrice the amount everyone else had, would you say it? That certain awesome phrase? Oh, you. Of course you can. An anonymous user asked. I don't know which phrase you meant, so I'll say them all. Cheers! Hey, folks. Yeah. Oh, and a video link. This is just really beautiful. No, this is the last one from Madarawadi. Asked one more. Oh, yes, it's that Mr. Rogers' Garden of Your Mind. I love that video. Snorlag asks, how hot does it need to be for you to start feeling uncomfortable? And sure, take humidity into account. That's the thing. I'm always uncomfortably warm, like to the touch. Like you can touch my skin, it's always warm. So I do better with unseasonably cold weather than unseasonably hot. So when it gets into the 90s, is when I start to get really uncomfortable. Yeah. The Fifth Snow asked, favorite water-type Pokemon? Empoleon. Unless you mean pure water-type, then Blastoise. Snorlag asks, no, we didn't ask a burp. Iron Man versus Dr. Doom or Iron Man team up with Dr. Doom? Which is cooler? Oh, the Iron Man team up with Dr. Doom. Yeah, I don't want either of them to get defeated. I want them both to win. The Fifth Snow asks, you find out there's a new trainer ball which lets you catch other people in Pokeballs. Suddenly you hear the flight of the Valkyries and you hear Phantom Savage laughing as he walks with a giant stack of trainer balls catching people. What do? I film that shit and put it on YouTube. Madaruad asks, nothing. Okay. Tattooed Yoshi asks, what do you think of the following idea? Texas Chainsaw Massacre with sock puppets. Ooh, I dig it. Pacifist asks a bunch in a row, hey Doc, have you ever heard, I made partner! Do you ever would want to become a partner? If not, then why? Hey, congrats, dude, that's fucking awesome. I'd love to be a partner if only for the extra channel features, you know, like the banner and the links and stuff. I already have monetization abilities. I generally only monetize my Formspring videos. I don't know if I would monetize my other videos, my LPs. But I'd like to be a partner just for the extra channel features. And anonymous user asks absolutely nothing. It's Pacifist again. He's got a bunch of questions in a row here. What is the difference between night and day? Well, you see, night is when it's dark out, and day is when it's bright. But maybe it's more complicated than... Day is when plants... Night and day, you're the one. Night is when we're facing away from the sun, and day is when we're facing the sun, something like that, I don't know. Do you read Stephen King novels, and if so, which ones? I've read many Stephen King novels in the past. I haven't read any of his recent stuff, which is a shame. I've read, I've read Christine, I've read It, I've read, From a Buick 8, Hearts in Atlantis, The Eyes of the Dragon. I really liked The Eyes of the Dragon. I read the first entry in The Dark Tower, but none of the others for some reason. Just never got around to it. And it surprises a lot of people when they learn this, but I'm really not a big reader. What's up, Doc? No, literally, what's on your roof/ceiling? Well, I look up, and it's just a white plaster ceiling with a surprising amount of spider webs on it. Ick, I must do something about that. Doc, I'm having a little trouble opening up a port on my computer for online gaming. You know anything about that? Very little. You'll have to be more specific. Why is it taking you so long to do the next Ask Doc Sigma and Formspring episode? I love those. I'm sorry. I know it's taking too long. But here they are now. It looks like I'm doing them about once a month now, but I'd like to do them more often. It's just there's been a lot of shit going on in my life with my mother's extended illness and stuff. Okay, and the last question is from Pacifist. Have you ever heard of Drew Pickles Goes To series vids? Oh, God, I love the Drew Pickles vids. Hello, my name is Drew Pickles, and I am really, 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 really gay, and I have a 3-mile cock that goes, ah. I love those videos, man. And now, the Formspring question of the day. Hamburgers or hot dogs? Aha! You said or, not XOR, so it's an inclusive or, so I can say hamburgers and hot dogs. Haha, I tricked you. And that's it for now. Keep those questions coming. I was originally planning on never doing this again, but I changed my mind. I'll keep doing it as long as the questions keep coming in and as long as I have free time and all that nonsense. www.formspring.me/DocSigma. Until next time, this is Doc Sigma signing off. Thank you very much for your questions, and thanks for listening. I'll see you around, folks. Cheers!